really
Setting
hard.
the record straight like you have, I mean, do you feel better about that? I mean, do you feel like you've sort of cleaned the slate? I mean, obviously you say you felt this your entire life, but only now are coming clean and saying, hey, this is the way I've always felt. Why are you treating me this way?
Yeah, I feel great, and it's why I wanted to actually come on this show, because I didn't want to, because I was so scared. People were like, she's exploiting this. She's trying to get more fame from, and for me, I was like, okay, I don't want that. But it opened up such a big topic of gender identity. I got so much hate, but I also got so many other people being like, I feel the same way. Like, I don't know how to explain it. You know, I've dated everything, so I don't know. And I think that's why I wanted to share my story, because I am still figuring it out, you know? And I don't know, I don't like labels. For me, saying I'm transgender was just a thing to say because it's what people want to label me as, a female who's a male. I was born female, but even from a young age, I had a hormonal imbalance where I knew I wasn't female.
Right. I just wanted to ask if you thought about perhaps transitioning to physically a male. Is that something that you've thought about as you're coming to terms with your identity now?
I haven't, only because with what I do, as I was explaining, I've explained, is like, I've always wanted a penis. I always have, because it just makes dating easier. I've dated gay men, and this is what offended people in my video, is when I date gay men, a lot of gay men don't think I'm not man enough because I don't have a penis. So that was the only reason I've ever considered that, to sexually, you know, do that part of it. But as far as my work goes, I mean, I've always been very uncomfortable in the female body, but my job, and thinking as a man from an early age, I was a stripper and escort, my job is to give guys what they want, which is like a fantasy. I mean, my job to this day, I told the producers, I think I can say this, but I still do like adult work, not porn, but I do like nudity and stuff like that, because it's what makes the money, you know, it's what my job is. So I don't consider transitioning because my job is this.
So Dr. Dow, given your clinical experiences and your expertise in working with this population, how do you make of her statements right now, sort of this experience of, there's a lot of push and pull here, right? And you can see why somebody who doesn't know her could potentially judge her for having these statements that I think for the average person might seem conflictual.
Yeah, it makes sense because it doesn't actually fit under the normal idea of what a transgender person is. But I actually believe, as an advocate here for you today, I actually believe that you are a transgender person. And I also want to say that it's not binary. We don't have to choose between these poles. And I love, you light up when you talk. You light up, and you're still figuring out, and that's okay. And when we talk about gender is between your ears. It's in your brain. And I believe that when your mother was carrying you, that hormones were probably shifting, and your brain was washed in some sex hormones that made you feel in your brain very male. So the fact that your assigned sex at birth was female, but in your brain you feel male, that to me meets the classification for a transgender person. And to me, it also doesn't matter if you ever have a surgery. It's not so much if you ever have a surgery, it's about the way you feel.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh my God.
What's going on with you right now?
I was like, oh my God, I'm not crying. Sorry.
Hearing me say that, what's going on with you
You're just
right
like
now?
the first person from like the LGBTQ that I don't know personally on a personal level that's like accepted me. It means a lot. I'm sorry, because so many people think I'm like faking this, and it's just so hard. So thank you. I'm sorry. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
What's so fascinating is that people, I think a lot of LGBTQ people who were marginalized were bashing you, and yet you are different, just like they are. So I think all of us just need to remember that if you're different, we all just need to be accepted, no matter who you are. And yeah, you're like the 1% of the 1%. So you're the different of the different. And I think that's why it's to hear me saying, that's okay. That makes sense.
Thank you.